Welcome to this special episode of Ten 7. It is Wednesday, the day we talk about winning. So here's my question. Do you have a winning environment in your life? There's a lot of talk nowadays about the environment and protecting our environment and all that kind of stuff. And I want to tell you that as it affects your life, the most critical thing is your personal environment. What is your personal environment? And is it conducive to you winning, or is it conducive to you losing? So we're going to talk today about your personal environment, because it is probably as powerful a thing. In fact, we talk about, when I look at the keys to success, your environment. Brittany, good morning. Your environment shapes you and your behavior more than you can imagine. So we're going to dive into that today. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me as you come on. Post where you are in the world today. Good morning, David from somewhere, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. All right, Destiny from Dyersburg, Tennessee. Joe from California. Gina from Grapevine. Good morning. Francisco from Indio, JP from Washington, D.C. As you come on, post where you are, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for joining us on YouTube as well. Hi, Paul from Chicago, Bonnie from Port Charlotte, Florida, and Simon from Buena Park, California. Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Kevin at 7. So let's talk about your environment and how you change it. What's up, Brittany from Amarillo? So Brittany is a school teacher, an Amarillo elementary school teacher. I've known her since she was in 5th grade. Scott from Scottsdale, Arizona. One of my friend, Ravi from Redmond, Washington. Good to see you guys. Hey, Adam from Salt Lake City. Patrick from Lake Orion. I don't know where Lake Orion is, but I know you've been here before, Patrick. So tell them, because you got to remind people where you are, because when they have a referral and if you're a real estate agent, they need to know where to send them. Hey, Michelle from Pennsylvania, from Philly. Christine from Santa Monica. All right. Mercedita from the Philippines. Simon from Denver, Colorado. What's up, guys? All right. Guben from Istanbul. Man, it's so cool to have an international audience. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so here we go. First off is your physical environment. Okay, your physical environment. So there's really, the two biggest things are your physical environment, your relational environment, and your mental environment. Okay, so let's talk first about your physical environment. And you've heard the saying, cluttered desk, cluttered mind, right? Cluttered desk, cluttered mind. If your desk is a mess, if your office is a mess, if your the trunk of your car, your closet, the environments, because here's what happens. It is a reflection of how you think, how you process stuff, how you behave, how you perform. If everything gets stuffed in your closet and it's just piled up, it's not like you're a bad person or anything like that, but it's an indication that you probably don't take care of stuff, that you organize. You're not organized. You hoard. You don't put back stuff when you're finished. If things get cluttered. Now, there's a difference between being cluttered and having a lot of stuff out. Some people, because they're just in the studies, and you study the most successful people in the world, some of them operate in environments that others would die in. So Steve Jobs had a very sparse environment. He liked clean, he liked empty, he just that was his thing. It was like totally clean and not cluttered at all. And there's other business moguls and stuff like that they have, their desks are piled with stuff, but they know they have a system and it's all worked out. So understand, the question is your environment, is it reflective of an environment that causes you to play at a higher level or not? Now, I believe your environment goes all the way down to what you wear, the way you take care of the way you look when you show up. So if you go into an office and you're wearing t-shirt and you're dressed down and you're wearing totally non-business stuff, your environment is not conducive to getting business that day, to making money. In other words, if you come into the office, the day you go into your real estate office, and especially if you work from home, if you are not in full business dress, your environment says you do not plan on taking listings that day. Does that make sense? If you do not have your office set up, wherever you work, to win, you're setting yourself up to lose. If it's cluttered, if it's negative, if it's dark, if it's dank, if it's just your environment, your personal environment is critical. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. Ira says, I just listened to the same message from Joel Osteen. Cool. Okay. So, I had a real estate agent told me that the more your desk is cluttered, usually the agent is better at working. Nah, it's, again, they may have a lot of stuff on their desk. Some people just work that way, but there's a different, clutter means I'm disorganized. When you're disorganized in your environment, you're disorganized in your head. And that's when you can't stay focused. You're not getting stuff done. So the question is, does my environment help me get going, focus, get stuff done or not? So you got to be honest with yourself. So number one is my physical personal environment. Number two is my association. You look at your friends, my friends, you're looking at your future. The people you hang out with, the 5 people that you spend the most amount of time with are going to have the greatest influence in your life. Who are the 5 people that you spend the most time interacting with? Doesn't mean being in the same room with, but interacting with. The 5 people is going to have the greatest, whoever you're hanging out with is going to have the greatest influence in your life. You look at your friends, you're looking at your future. You look at your friends, you're looking at your future. What kind of friendships, what kind of relationships do you have in your life? Or are the relationships you have in your life helping you win or helping you lose? If you hang out on a team of losers, you're going to be a loser. If all the people you're hanging out with are broke, you're going to be broke. If all the people you're hanging out with have bad marriages and they constantly dog their spouses or dog the opposite sex or whatever, that's going to show up in your life. If you're hanging out with people that spend all their time hanging out in bars, you're going to spend your time hanging out in bars. You spend your time hanging out with multimillionaires, you are going to become a multimillionaire. I know that sounds crazy, but you guys got to understand the vault is full. The vault is full. In the universe, there is limitless opportunity. There is limitless abundance. And if you don't have enough, like if you're like, well, where is it for me? That look first at your association, at your environment. Is my environment a broke environment or a wealth environment? Do I dress like a broke person or do I dress like a wealthy person? Do I hang out with wealthy people or do I hang out with broke people? Do I hang out with people who believe that money grows on trees or people who believe money doesn't grow on trees? Okay, I just interviewed one of my top inner circle coaching members, my inner circle mastermind members, and his sister, and I didn't know this, and he just told me, his sister is a pharmacist. She just got laid off. And she goes like, I'm so glad I got laid off because now I can do what I want to do. Like, how's that possible? Because she owns 9 rental properties that give her approximately $8,000 a month in positive cash flow. And that is more than she was making as a pharmacist. So when she got laid off from her job because she had money trees, she had 9 money trees that on average pay her $900 a month on average. 9 money trees, whether she works or not, because she owns money trees called real estate investment properties. Okay, well, how did she learn that? She hung out with people that had wealth, including her brother. All right, so it's the people. And then the third thing that affects your environment is your mental environment. What are the things that you're surrounding your head with? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you reading? And so the things you are putting into your brain every single day is huge. So here's the thing, guys. Your environment is more powerful than willpower. Environment is greater than willpower. Your environment. Think about it this way. When you were a kid and the peer pressure was on for you to do something you should not be doing, drinking beer when you were underage, smoking a cigarette. For me, it's smoking a cigarette. I didn't want to smoke a cigarette, but my friends wanted me to smoke cigarettes because I tried it and I hated it and it hurt. But the peer pressure was so great that I submitted to that. My willpower to say no was not strong enough to say no in that environment where I was surrounded by my kids, by my friends, other kids. But what if my mom had been in the same room? That would dramatically change the environment, would it not? And the presence of my mom or anybody, it could be anybody that I knew that if I smoked in front of them, my life would be, like somebody's going to find out or whatever. The environment is more powerful than willpower. How many times have you done something going back all the way to childhood that you would not have done except for the environment? In other words, the people in the room, the people that were there, they talked you into it. And your willpower, what you wanted, what your will was irrelevant because peer pressure, the power of the environment made you do it anyway. And you would never do that. I did things that, like when we'd go to summer camp, I would participate in pranks that were like, I did not want to do it, but my peer pressure, because I wanted my friends to like me, I gave in to the peer pressure. And I allowed my environment of the guys I was hanging out with. You've heard of people, kids, we say they fell in with the wrong crowd. That's the power of environment. And it's greater than willpower. It's one of the reasons if you want to become a master of something, like if you want to become a master in real estate, people get my online courses and they get some benefit. They get a lot of benefit. But the people that come train with me at the training camps get more benefit because when you're with me for 3 days in a room, the environment is so powerful that your belief is changed. What you believe is possible is changed. The rate of learning is greater because of the environment. In the 100-Day List Master Challenge, I give them the same content that I may give my regular coaching members, but the people in the challenge get greater benefit from it because the environment is different. The environment being that everybody is playing at 100%. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. You don't have people that are griping and complaining or not doing the work. So the environment is different. When you train if you're training as to be an Olympic athlete, I can't remember who it was, but it was an Olympic gold medalist who said, I never understood the mindset required to win a gold medal until I started hanging out at the Olympic Training Center with Olympic medalists. The environment changed the way they trained. Is your environment helping you win or keeping you stuck losing? You understand what I am saying, my friends? Can I see some thumbs up? This is huge for your life. Does your environment help you win, or is it keeping you stuck in mediocrity? Is it keeping you stuck? When you surround yourself with mediocrity, guess what? Your future is totally 100% predictable if you are allowing yourself to be in a mediocre environment. The stuff you're feeding your head, if it's mediocre, people around you, if they're mediocre, you're going to be mediocre. If your environment is mediocre, you're going to be mediocre. You want a better chance of winning? Raise your environment. Right? This is tough. This is tough. It's like, oh, I know. Yeah, the environment's really important. Right. Are you changing yours? Have you created the environment that you need? Because it's going to be tough for a lot of you. Because you're starting out in a negative environment. As part of the negativity, the negative environment is in your own head. Your head is a negative, it's a dark place to be. All right. So thank you guys. By the way, thanks for the feedback. Love it. You guys are awesome. So change your environment. You will change your life. You will change your outcome. You change what you think about, what's going into your head, what you're surrounding your head with, the people you're surrounding your head with, and your physical environment. You change that. When you walk into the office every day, your environment should be like powerful, elite. It's set up for achievement, set up to make you want to work, set up to make you want to go get business. When you show up, you better be dressed to the nines when you go business. So in the mornings, I'm doing my morning ritual, my morning routine. I come on for Kevin at 7. I'm still casual. I haven't showered, I haven't shaved because I've done my morning ritual, my exercising and all that, and meditating and all that. So when I come on here, I'm casual, but I don't dress like a slob, even for you guys, even for my morning Kevin at 7 thing. You get what I'm saying? Okay. This jacket is more expensive than most of my dad's suits. I'm just saying. because I feel when you dress different, you feel different. It's your personal environment. What you were literally, when you look in a mirror, how you look says tons about how you see yourself. Okay. Now people are like, well, that's so surface, that's so shallow. Right. But we're visual people. And how we look affects how we feel, and how we feel affects how we perform. Can I see some thumbs up on this? Some of you aren't going to like it, but it's the truth. So that should get you guys going for today. Evaluate your environment. If you want to be effective, you got to be selective about the kind of people you hang out with, the things you put around you, everywhere you go, the stuff that you put on your walls. Does it help you win, or does it keep you losing? All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a special episode of Kevin at 7 called Thoughtful Thursday. Go out there and win today. Create an environment to help you win, and do it. Play to win, and always expect yes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Thumbs up. You're awesome. Thank you.